Welcome back to Daytime. Well, I'm not
confident.
sure if you've heard of this lady out of Chicago. Her name is Oprah Winfrey. She's kind of a new and up-and-comer. She's doing this big event that's going on. It's called $1 Million Neighborhood. It's a new show, new series. And joining us now, we have Pauline Hines. Now, you are involved with this a little bit, right? You want to get...
I've applied to be on the show.
Yes, and so you want to get your town of Bowmanville.
Yes, and it's Bowmanville and the surrounding area.
Okay, great.
I didn't even know that I was able to apply to be on the show, like, because I live in Newcastle, and then someone sent me an email and said, yes, you can apply to be on the show. So I thought, you know what, with the situation that I'm in, I have 5 kids. My oldest son lives in China, which is a whole long story, but I have my second oldest son is going off to college, $22,000 for 1 year. And my husband's working nonstop. I'm at home because I have trigeminal neuralgia. So, you know, I thought I'm going to apply to be on the show because we've never ever learned how to finance, and this show would teach us so much. And it's just not the opportunity of getting the money at the end, but it brings communities together.
Absolutely. Well, you know, on the line right now, we have Carolyn Smith. She is a senior story producer with the OWN Network. Carolyn, are you there?
I am. How are you?
Great. Great to have you. I'm great. Now, I got to ask you, tell us a little bit about $1 Million Neighborhood.
Sure. Well, what the basic concept of the show is that we're looking for 100 families, and over a 10-week period, we give them the challenge to increase their net worth by $1 million.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a great number. It's one of those, like, wow factor numbers. But it's kind of done in 2 different ways. There's the events that are held on the weekends, and that's from anything from like a wine and dine to a garage sale, and those are some of the things that happened in season 1. And then the other way that everyone can increase their net worth is finding it personal in their own household. So, you know, there's a lot of ways that you could be creative to figure out how to save money from what you're doing on every day. And so those 2 different ways from those we kind of add up. And every week we try and hit a $100,000 mark, and if the town is successful in that, they're rewarded $10,000 that the community comes together and votes on the family they think deserves that money.
Fantastic.
Which is really nice, and it's a really great It's also a community feel. The community is solely involved in that vote, which is really nice. And then at the end of the series, if they make the $1 million mark, the town is awarded $100,000 that, again, the community votes on which family deserves that.
Fantastic. Well, I know Pauline is very deserving. You have quite a story behind you. We'll have to have you back to talk about that exclusively because a lot of good stuff that you're doing. But, you know, Carolyn, I know a lot of different cities and townships are really harboring, wanting, championing for this. Why Bowmanville? Because I know they're so close and they're on the brink and you're really interested in them. What can we do to push it to the next level and make sure it happens for them?
Yeah, Bowmanville's been really great, and it's really impressed us. I met Pauline when she danced in front of our vehicle when we came out to the town hall meeting. And, you know, they came on last, and they've really kind of surged ahead. You know, there's 2 other towns still in the running. There's Bolton and Port Credit that are there. So what we need from right now is, you know, we're really trying to assess the people and the interest in the towns. These are the 3 towns that we've been really impressed with. And so we're trying to get a sense of who the people in the town are. So what Bowmanville can do and what we need from them is for them to send in an email to us and apply. And we can kind of take it from there. We can let you know kind of whether or not you're a fit for the show or what that entails and all the nitty-gritty details of what the show is all about.
So are dancing skills required? Because I know, Pauline, you got their attention with the Zumba, right?
Yeah, if you're a Zumba dancer, it always helps, but it's not a requirement. We really are looking for people of all spectrums. So I know some people are like, well, you know, I have a job, so, you know, maybe the show doesn't speak to me. And you know, the show is not just about drowning in debt. It's really, there's so many of us that feel like we're working hard, but not achieving what they want or sacrificing other aspects of their lives for work. So it's really anybody that has that commonality that money is stressing them out. Whatever that is to them, we want to hear from you. So apply.
Absolutely, we have a lot in common. Any advice, Pauline, of how we can, you know, get people engaged, you know, from your level? How did you hear about this?
Well,
you know?
I heard about it via Facebook. So I think what most people, if they're interested in coming on, they could add me, Pauline Hines, and it's PauleneHinds, on Facebook. I'd be willing to add them. And I've created an event, and I've just told people, share the event with whoever you can. And, you know, if you don't think that you qualify, then just go on to theforce4.com and ask them if you qualify. If you think that you're out of the boundary, then go on and ask them, do I qualify because I live in this boundary? Because I think a lot of people, what happened was we came to Bowmanville, we had such a huge response, the room was full. A lot of people probably walked away with that thinking that there's more than 100 people in this room. They probably already applied. We heard a number thrown out, 35, so people thought they were close to the number, so they stopped putting in applications.
Well, you know what, we have to thank you all for joining us. Thank you so much, Karen Smith, for joining us on the line. We really appreciate it, and we're going to make a big push for Bowmanville. We really want them.
Email casting@force4.com.
There you go. We'll put the information on our website as well. Thanks so much, Caroline. We'll be back with more Daytime when we return. Thank you so much, Pauline.